Ethics is a word we hear thrown around all the time, but what does it really mean? It can feel super complicated, right? But it doesn't have to be. In the next few minutes, we're going to cut through all that noise and get right to the heart of what ethics is all about. So let's start with the big one, the question that trips pretty much everyone up. What's the actual difference between being ethical and being moral? We kind of use them like they're the same thing, but they point to two totally different ideas. And honestly, getting this right is the key to unlocking this whole topic. Now, before we get into any dry textbook definitions, let's start with something you already have. We all do. It's kind of like a built-in moral compass. And this compass, well, it's the raw material that ethics works with. Yeah, there's a technical term for it, spontaneous moral knowledge. It sounds fancy, but it's just that immediate, gut-level feeling you get about something. That instant sense that, hey, that's right, or whoa, that's wrong, way before you've had a chance to even think about it. Just take a look at this list for a second. How fast do you have a reaction? My guess is, for most of these, you have an immediate intuitive response. That gut feeling of, yep, that's good, or nope, that's bad. See? That's your spontaneous moral knowledge kicking in. That feeling is our starting point. Okay, so those gut feelings, that's the raw data. But if we want to build a real understanding, we need some precise tools. And when you're thinking, your most important tools are clear words. So let's get our terms straight. And here it is. This is the core distinction. Think of morality as the what. It's the set of beliefs you have about right and wrong, whether it's personal to you or something your culture believes. Ethics is the why. It's the formal study of morality. It uses reason to ask why we believe something is good or bad in the first place. So if ethics is a study, it's got to have a method for looking at things, right? And it does. It gives us this incredible toolkit for taking apart any human action to see what it's really made of, morally speaking. The first tool in this kit is what philosophers call the material object. Now, don't worry about the name. It's just a simple way of saying the what. It's the action itself. The key thing here is that ethics doesn't care about stuff you can't control, like your heart beating. It's only focused on the free, voluntary choices we make, the human acts. And the second tool is the formal object. Again, don't get bogged down by the name. Just think of this as the angle, the specific lens we're looking through. A psychologist might look at why you chose to do something, but ethics has this very unique angle. It's looking at the moral value of that choice. Is it good or is it bad? Okay, let's actually put these tools to work. Let's say you lie to your boss to cover for being late. The material object, the what, is simply the act of lying. The formal object, the ethical angle we're taking, is the moral value of that act. It's dishonesty, which is bad. See how that framework just helps us break it down and analyze it clearly? Now, I know this can all start to feel a little bit academic, but these tools are actually designed to help us make sense of something that's deeply, deeply personal, our own lived experiences. Just take a moment with this question. If you've ever been through that, you know that feeling of betrayal, of injustice. It is incredibly powerful. And that feeling, it's not just an emotion. It's a profound piece of moral data. These intense personal events, whether they're good or bad, have a name. They're called moral experiences. They are the real-world, undeniable, raw data that forms the very foundation of your personal understanding of right and wrong. And this, right here, is where it all connects. Ethical reflection is the bridge. It's the process of taking that raw feeling from your moral experience and using the tools of reason, those tools we just talked about, to really understand the universal lessons that are hidden inside of it. So why? Why do all of this? Why analyze and define and reflect? I mean, what's the point? Well, this is where ethics stops being just a topic and starts being one of the most practical tools you can have for living your life. It's really a three-step journey. First, it helps us evaluate actions, our own and other people's. Second, it gives us the power to consciously decide on our own actions based on that evaluation. And finally, and this is the ultimate goal, it's to achieve self-determination, to use our choices to actively build the kind of person we want to be. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Our choices aren't these isolated little events. They're habits. They build character. Over time, our actions aren't just things we do, they're what we become. And that leaves all of us with this final, powerful question. If every single choice you make is another brushstroke on the portrait of who you are, it forces us all to ask, who are you choosing to be one action at a time?